let me make sure this is live actually on here because I'm using Be Live TV. Again, this is only the second time I've used this, so I want to make sure that it's working right. But it's got some awesome things where I can pull up your guys' questions into the, yes, we are live. Sweet. So I can pull your guys' questions into the video. So if you have a question for Don as we're going along, go ahead and pop them below, and hopefully then I will be able to pull them up onto the screen. So let's see if we can do this. So anyways, first of all, thank you, Don, so much for agreeing to do this interview. For those of you who don't know Don, and I'll let him tell a little bit more about his story, but like I mentioned in the post, he's in my course group, and he's just killing it with SMS through ManyChat. And with it being a new feature, and a lot of people are still trying to figure out how to utilize it, especially with the upcoming changes in 2019, or sorry, 2020 in January, wanted to have you guys hear about some strategies that are being used to be able to really make a great use of SMS. So if you have any questions, comment with them below. If you are here live, do hashtag live. If you're catching this on the replay, hashtag replay too. Hi Adair. Yes, I am using Facebook Live, so or Be Live. So this is new for me. So anyways, Don, go ahead. Tell a little bit of background story of where you started and how you got to where you are and what you're doing now.
Sure. So thanks for having me on this. So real quick, basically a few years ago, I was working with Walmart. I was full-time with Walmart. I was a co-manager. Just kind of not happy with my job at the time. On Facebook, of course, and then I ran across, I think, a Dan Henry ad. And Dan Henry, I kind of dived into that, learned about what he does and everything. And that kind of led me to Mackenzie, because I think Mackenzie at the time was commenting and stuff like that. So I wound up in her group. Fast forward through all that started like in 2017. February 2018, I got laid off from my job. I was a shift manager, one step below store manager. And I was like, what am I going to do? You know, here I am. So a buddy of mine called me up and says, hey, I have a hot dog cart for sale. And do you want it? I'm like, sure, yeah, I'll buy it. I need something. I got to have something. So I bought the hot dog cart. I took another job that didn't pay near what I was making with Walmart, and that didn't work out. And I just had the cart. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So to back up just a little bit, I had been doing cheesesteaks on the side at fairs, festivals, stuff like that, rodeos. And I converted that hot dog cart into a cheesesteak cart. And when I did that and everything, I started going out and everything, selling cheesesteaks. It was super slow and everything. And then it kind of I took it from there. So, Mackenzie, you just need to interject when you want to ask me a question, and I'll just kind of keep going unless you want to say, okay, what about this? So I had the cheesesteak cart. I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? And I had a Facebook page that I started with it, and I started doing some things on Facebook. And it was super slow. Like this hot dog cart was like a big locomotive to me. It's like, what can I do to make this big locomotive move? Because what I'm doing is not moving. So it was December. It was below freezing, and I had the idea because I watched a Gary Vee video where Gary Vee was telling a food truck owner, "Hey, basically, why don't you give away something for free?" Yep. And I was like, "Wow, let me try that." So I took a picture of one of my cheesesteaks. I put it on the page. I'm like, "Hey, if you like and share this tonight, I'll give away a free cheesesteak." And that thing, boom! It was 20 degrees outside, and that night I sold about 80 cheesesteaks. Unreal. Wow. No money put behind the ad or the post, nothing. And I was like, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So I had the train coming out of the station at that point. I had some momentum going. And then it's like, okay, what's next? So I knew a little bit about Facebook ads. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make an ad. I'm going to throw $5 a day. I'm going to target a town. And I started doing that. And that built more momentum, more momentum, more momentum. And then I'm like, okay, what's next? What can I do next? And that's when I went back to ManyChat, because I dabbled in ManyChat back in 2017, and I instantly went back to Mackenzie's free group because I was still a member. I still saw the stuff on her page. I wasn't active in it. I just, went, but I was like, there it is, So I started asking some questions about, hey, this is what I do. How can it help me? So at that point, I made a bot for a $5 cheesesteak. And I took the bot and I bought a domain name for it. And then I put it on my page saying, hey, if you want a $5 cheesesteak, go to this website. and people started going to the website. And at that time, the only thing I was collecting was towns, because I go to about 12 towns,
Okay.
and people were saying, hey, they would go, boom, I go to this town, this is where I'll see you at, and that way I collect that information. Because then what I did was I sent out a broadcast that day. They give broadcasts like at 10 in the morning, saying, hey, the cheesesteak guy is going to be in town, 11 to 2, and skip the line or order online, and it took them to my site, my online ordering. And then it just kind of went from there. And then, of course, broadcast then went away. And I was like, oh, fantastic. What's going to happen now? Because that's the only thing I was using ManyChat for was towns. And I went back to Mackenzie's free group and said, hey, this is what I use ManyChat for. What now? What? And Mackenzie was great. She's like, listen, something's coming up with SMS. There's a beta thing. And then she took her time of her busy schedule to work with me, no charge. I didn't pay her a thing for it. And she just one-on-one on the beta SMS. And it was tough because it was this whole crazy thing about creating rules and do this, do that. It's like programming. Now, and I even sent her a message. I'm like, let me just hire you to do this, and she didn't respond. She's like, just do this, So it was working. People were coming back to the stand saying, hey, I was going through town. I was headed for lunch, and all of a sudden my phone goes ding. And it was you telling me where you're going to be at for your cheesesteak stand. And it's just been phenomenal. And now this with Facebook ads, because now I'm spending this crazy. And it might shock some of you, but I'm spending anywhere between 15 to 20 bucks a day now with Facebook ads because I'm just trying to blow this thing up. I'm trying to get as many people as I can into the bots. And we can go into that a little bit later about what I'm doing. I call it the Matrix. That's a comment growth tool that I built. It's stupid. It's insane, but I don't know. And but I got all these people now into the bots, and just sending, like, yesterday I sent out 84 SMS to the town I went to. Today it was 65 people that got the SMS. And just from one online order that came from the link I had was what was that? That order was $47 roughly at
Wow.
Phoenix. Yeah. So yeah, my whole online order today brought in a little over $100. But we had a great day, and it's people just still say, hey, they say, hey man, you're all over Facebook is what they tell me. And then they tell me, I got the text, I was going through town today, I got the text. And so it's worked out tremendously. So that's kind of where I'm at with ManyChat and what ManyChat's done with me and SMS. There's so many things that you can do outside. I'm going to start dabbling in. To be honest with you, I don't have time. I mean, running the cart and doing what I'm doing right now, marketing wise. But I want to start with the email. I'm starting to think about creating some sort of coupon, send out email to see what kind of engagement I get that way, and just try to keep people coming back. So that's kind of where this whole thing is at.
That's awesome. Well, and it's great to hear that you started off with one piece, which was just the Facebook post piece. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, okay, we're going to do Messenger. And that was working great until Facebook decides to change the rules with broadcasts. And then you're like, okay, now let's pivot. What's next? What's the next way to reach people? And right. It's SMS. And talk just a little bit about your thought process of going to SMS, going from broadcasts, which were free, to SMS, which now charge, now only a cent, but it's been 3 cents for the last couple months. So talk a little bit about your thought process of that whole change in that.
I knew the broadcasts were successful, and I thought, if the SMS were as successful, that didn't matter to me. Even if they would cost me 10 cents, 15 cents of SMS to send out, a couple, one sale, one $9 cheesesteak pays for all the SMS I send out, even at a higher rate. That's the way I look at this whole thing. I spend 15, 20 bucks a day on Facebook ads, 2 sales. And I'm not shy about sharing numbers. I'll share some numbers with you. Yesterday I did over $1,000 off my cart. Today I haven't counted yet. I know I sold between 70 and 75 cheesesteaks. So yeah, that's, you have to invest in that little bit if you want to see results. If you want to receive the benefits of it, you gotta spend a little bit of money. I mean, you can do it free for a while. I was doing it free for a while. I have a great example of somebody that's doing it free. I have a friend right now that started a barbecue stand, and he was having a rough time of it. And I said, listen, do me one favor. Tell people to like and share posts and give away one free pulled pork nacho. That's all. Just do that. He did that that day. He sold out.
That's
Boom.
awesome.
So now I'm trying to get him to say, spend $5 a day on Facebook ads. Now let's get you tied up to ManyChat,
Right.
and I want to use him kind of as, I know what this can do. I'm kind of my own case study,
Yeah.
but I want somebody else that I can say, hey, I did this for him and he listened. That's a big thing. The people you work with have to listen to you. The woman in that video with Gary Vee, you can Google Gary Vee's food truck video. You can see, man, she was thinking right there. Oh my God, I can never give away free food. How can you not?
Right.
So like, if you took a nail salon, what if a nail salon gave away a free one a week? What would happen? This applies to anything. So yeah, it doesn't bother me spending the money on because I'm seeing the results. And what I'm doing, I have everything onto a Google Sheet. I'm tracking everything,
Tracking.
and yeah, I'm spending some money up front, but I'm building a lifetime value of a customer because a lot of these customers that have used the BOGO coupon, the $5 coupon, the $2 coupon, I can tell you who they are, what they do for a living, if they have kids, if the kids are in college, if they're grandparents, because I talk to them at the cart. They get to know me, they get to like me, they get to trust me. And
Exactly.
and and then one day when the coupons run out, it's the food. They're like, oh my God, this is awesome. Because that's one other thing I have in one of my bots is about 2 hours after they come and they buy the cheesesteak, they get a survey. Say, hey, how was your cheesesteak and how was your service today? And that's about 2 or 3 hours after they get the cheesesteak. And 99.9% is, my gosh, that's the best thing I ever ate in my life. So I've created a product that takes care of itself and everything. But yes, spending a few pennies on SMS, everyone needs to do it. Period.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. And if you guys are getting value from this, make sure you comment below and tell us how much you're loving this. The other question that I want to dive into is your strategy of using, like you're saying about giving away stuff, but your strategy of coupons and how you decided what coupons to give and at what frequency and how you kind of have that all set up.
Sure. So originally, I just did a $5 cheesesteak coupon that I sent out to get people's information. And then a friend of mine, he has a pizza joint, and he started working with someone else, and that I kind of follow on YouTube. I'm like, wow, I could do something like that. So then I started a BOGO offer.
Okay.
And then with me, Chat, it's like what it is. It's like watching The Matrix to me because it's like, how deep do you want to go with this thing? So I made this bot. I call it The Matrix. I just started last week. It's comment growth tool. So if someone comments on one of my things, it'll send them the BOGO coupon. If they've already gotten that, use that. It'll send them a $5 coupon, $5 cheesesteak coupon. And then it goes to a $2 off your order coupon. And then after that, it goes to a dollar cannoli coupon. And then after that, it goes to a free not upcharge, a up, what do you
Upgrade?
call it? Upgrade. There you go. Free upgrade where you get a cheesesteak, you get a free soda and chip. So there's 5 ways for them to come see me. And by that time, that's where I build the rapport with them. They know me, I know them, and there's the lifetime investments. So that bot's doing good. I messed up with the same comment growth tool I commented in your group about. I got to change that to make sure it's a new one every time.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it where it's not sending out all the time. So I got to fix that. But that's done phenomenal. And I wish I could go to my screen. I could tell you exactly. But I know for sure the last 2 or 3 days, I've added an easy 30, 40 people to the bot. Right now, I'm setting on about 1,700 subscribers to my bots. But that's over, since day one.
Yeah.
But it's growing drastically. Facebook likes for me, I average about 150 to 200 a week.
Oh, that's nice.
But likes are good, but likes, I want to transfer those likes into the bot
Yeah.
because then that will transfer to cash to my bottom line. That's what I want. So yeah, the coupons don't bother me. People are all the time, how can you give away free food? Listen, I'm making very good money giving away free food.
Yeah.
So it's
So
spreading.
it's crazy too. So going back and thinking about how you were a shift manager at Walmart versus now, I mean, a night and day difference, right?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got my own schedule. Because at Walmart, I was working 80 to 90 hours a week. Told I couldn't go home until this is done. Blah 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 blah. Now I'm working. I'm working probably as hard. I'm probably working 50 hours a week, but really 25 of those hours, 20 hours, are in this marketing thing.
Yeah.
Because when I get done with the carts, get the cart put away, it's hours I spend with the whole marketing thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean it's great because I joke with my old Walmart friends. I'm like, hey, I'm running a cheesesteak cart and I'm making store manager money. And they look at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, and I have a better schedule and no one yelling at me and so forth and so on. So yeah, it is fantastic. So
Exactly. That's awesome. So when you send out your SMS for people to let them know that you're going to be in their area, so you're doing it a condition on their city.
yep,
Are you also doing a condition of what previous coupon that they've received in the past, so they will get that new coupon?
I do not.
Okay.
I just when I send out the SMS, all I do is I do the condition for the city because
Yeah.
I want everyone that's tagged herself in that city to come to me regardless of what coupon they use, if they're out of coupons, whatever. They may be out of the coupons and hey, I'm a lunch option and they like me and hey, we're going to Daddy-O today.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I send out to everybody. That I don't say, oh, I'm only sending out the $5 cheesesteak coupon people. No, I send out to the whole people that do the town. And if I'm in a town that's close to that town, I'll send it out to both towns.
Oh, there you go.
Because some towns are close enough to where they're like, oh, we haven't seen him in a while. Let's drive 3 miles over and go to him too. So
That's
sometimes
awesome.
I send out to two towns.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
So being able to get a wider reach of people based on, their location. I mean, yeah, they can drive a
right.
little bit. That works.
And I'll give you another tip too that you can use to let people know. And so as you can see behind me, I'm a wrestling fan. There's Hulk Hogan right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So sometimes in the SMS I send out, I'll say to them, "Hey, here's where I'm at. Blah blah. Blah. If you come by and use the secret word Hulk Hogan, I'll give you $2 off your meal." So people
That's
come by and they'll say, "Man, I saw your thing, Hulk Hogan," and I'll give $2 off and I'll mark a little thing on my bag that I got there, and that way I know, yeah, I had 8 people today come up and do $20, $30 order. I gave them $2 off, so who cares? They came. So
and
yeah,
those are people that are getting that SMS, right? You're saying that in the
yes,
SMS?
SMS. That's the only way that they can come. Like so, if I start using email, I could use that kind of idea. Or I could, build a little thing where they could tag themselves and that way, go from there. But yeah, that's worked out great. I just use a little pencil and say, hey, I had 8 people today.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
so
and that's a great way to track for SMS.
yeah,
I mean, unless you're using, the SMS to send them back into Messenger to get, the coupon or whatever, but it's still a great way to be able to get that ROI of knowing daily, like, okay, I sent out X number of SMS messages that cost me, 30 cents, and
right,
here's my ROI, sort of thing. It makes a big difference and a bigger picture too.
right. So like yesterday with what I said, I went out to, I think I said 80 people, so that was like 80 cents. I
Yeah.
mean, what's 80 cents? I mean, that's a cannoli. I mean, I started selling cannolis at $3 a piece. And that's another thing I can give you a little bit of advice on too. If you're doing something like I'm doing, uh, basically try to do another item that will offset the cost of the coupon. So I've got people kind of hooked on these cannolis that I do. They're $3. People will buy 2 or 3 at a time. They'll get their buy one get one free cheesesteak. Well, okay, so they get 2 cheesesteaks for $9, but then when they buy 3 cannolis, there's another $9, for me, and it all works out. So try to do like an add-on item to take care of your coupon if you're a little bit leery doing coupons. But don't be leery. I mean, and if you're working with people, try to get someone to say, hey, do something for free one time. they'll probably be like, oh my gosh, no. But trust me, for me, what I do, it's been outstanding.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so the other question is then are you mainly just getting, and I think I know the answer to this, so this might be a rhetorical question, but are you seeing a lot of people that are just deal seekers? I mean, are you actually seeing people that are coming in and paying full price, even though they've previously gotten the coupon?
I have people, so that's how I built the relationship. I would say 95% of people pay full price. They use a coupon one time, they get to know me. They I use my Facebook page as a business page, but also I tell personal stuff in there. You know, hey, if I'm having something going on, my mom was sick a few weeks ago. I let my fans know because that gives a human value to that. They
Yeah.
know that I'm human. So 95% of the people uh, just buy full price. They've used it. They like the food. They like me. They come back. Today, I know a guy named Dave. He gets a steak sandwich plain with A1 sauce. He was in line today. I'm like, hey, Dave, steak sandwich A1 sauce, and he gave me the thumbs up. And he comes to me every single time I'm in within those towns. I mean, I can't tell you. I've got another guy named Dave. He's told the whole town about me, and they come to me and they say, "Man, you gave Dave that free cheesesteak. He's told all of us about you. We know you from him." And it's been fantastic. And I do a lot of crazy stuff outside of ManyChat. Like I just gave away free cheesesteaks for life when I
Oh,
hit when I hit 5,000 likes. I did like a live drawing, and I was blindfolded and everything else. And I just take my like page and I scroll up and down, and I pick somebody. That's how I do it. But yeah, man, that generates so much excitement within the group. It was just insane. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
so I do have deal seekers. I did have a deal seeker that they got the dollar cannoli coupon, and they sent me a message and they said, "Is that all you can do?" And I was like, we had a little chat on Messenger about it, and she just wasn't happy, And I was like, and she got kind of nasty with me. I was like, Dan, I don't have time
Yeah.
for people like that. I got
Nope.
other people that I things to deal with. So yeah, 95% of people they use one coupon. And I've had people say, hey, I have all these other coupons, but we like you. We want you to earn a living. We're not going to use them, and they never use
Yeah.
them. They
Well,
have
and
them.
that goes to show a few things. One is personalizing and humanizing the
Mm-hmm.
business, and that can work for really any business, restaurants, even gyms, just kind of having a story, and if you've
Right.
been following Russell Brunson and know about that aspect, with marketing, with the perfect webinar, that you tell a story that people, stories sell, right? That people really do like hearing about other people and what's going on. A local client of mine, I was like, you need to tell more about your story. We need to get more information about you, not just about the business. I mean, yeah, they will come for your services, but we want them to know more about you. My local restaurant client is opening a new store or a new restaurant, kind of in the same city, but kind of on the outskirts. And the newspaper did a story about his history, where he came from, where he started, and then about the new location. And posted that on the Facebook page. Organic reach on Facebook pages, for the most part, depending on what the content is, isn't that great. This thing blew up. I mean, it was shared, it was commented, and it was just because of that aspect, that stories sell, and people like to hear stories and what people are up to. So that's
Right.
definitely a big part of it. And you can use the bot for some of that as well. Delivering that content. Somebody did ask a question. Let me see. I'm going to try and pull it over here. Let's see if I can do it here. Show on stream. Let's see if this works. Boom. Oh, it says Facebook user. Okay, who was that? Oh, Kelly. So Kelly says, do you do most of the communication in SMS?
So Kelly, if you mean like, do I send out to the towns and stuff like that? SMS, yes. But I every day. So on Sunday nights, I post my schedule and I put it to the top of my Facebook page, and people like and share that, and they get all excited. I'm coming to their town, and then every
Like
day,
Santa.
every year, right, yeah. Um, and what I've started doing, and I've had great success with this, is about a day and a half to a day and 3/4. I put up the post where I'm going to be at, like today. I've put up where I'm going to be for Thursday already.
Okay.
That way, I've thrown $15 a day at it. It's got time to kind of go out there and do its thing. And like for example, I looked at the thing for today where I was at. it got 8,000 views for where I was going to be at today. So that gives it more time to kind of do its thing and everything, stuff like that. So I give it 2 days out where I post where I'm going to be at. And then usually the night before, I set ManyChat up to send out the SMS to the town. And it usually hits them about an hour before that I'm going to be there. That way, like I was there at 11 o'clock, so 10 o'clock, everybody today got the SMS saying, hey, I was going to be there. And then my phone starts going off with the online orders because there's the link for the online orders. So yeah, so I do the communications for that part through SMS, but I also do a lot of communication with Facebook as well.
So, and then it's interesting because you were showing me the chart that like you said, you're tracking everything. So, you're using ManyChat which was doing good with just broadcast, but then you really started diving in and getting the SMS. Have you noticed a increase in sales using SMS instead of just broadcast?
I have, because I showed you the chart and everything, and the chart was kind of, you could tell where I went off of broadcast and it was kind of like low, and then we started with SMS and it was kind of like a rocket. And since then, it's been kind of even. It's been kind of like this.
Yeah.
So I can definitely tell SMS is working. And it's almost, I wish everyone would come when they come to the cart, because what I do is when they come to the cart, if I don't know them, I'm like, hey, did you see us on Facebook? Did you see the tent? Because I got this great big yellow tent. And they'll tell me, yeah, I saw the tent. But most of them say, I saw you on Facebook. And I need to start saying, did you by chance? And I have kind of, did you get a text from us today? Yeah, we got a text from you. So I wish there was a way of knowing exactly how many people come but I know they come because it's been working. I mean,
Yeah.
Sometimes I use that keyword, and sometimes people tell me and everything, and so I know a lot of it has done well with the SMS part. So it's kind of all of it together, with Facebook and ManyChat together. It's all a big driving machine. And I tell people too. They ask me this. I don't consider myself in the cheesesteak business. I consider myself in the marketing business, because if I can't get people to the cart, then I'm not going to sell anything. So that's kind of the whole mindset I've had since the beginning of what can I do to get people to the cart. I sometimes I can show you super quick. I don't drop everything here. I do Facebook videos where I have this white hat. I have a whole character of I call myself Daddy O Donnie Ray. And basically I become like a Ric Flair guy.
That is awesome. Do you wear those when you're serving the cheesesteaks?
Sometimes I do, yeah. Usually, like when it's cold out here in Missouri, it's cold out. I wear this hat and everything. But in the summertime, yeah, man, I'm in all the gear up, and and I'll cut promos, and I'll start my live videos off like, hey, peoples of the Facebook world, it's Daddy O Donnie Ray, the jet flying, the minivan driving, the cheesesteak frying, the one heck of a son of a gun, and so forth and so on. And people love that. And I'll go to the store dressed like this in a hat, and people will say, hey, Daddy-O, because I've created a character.
That is amazing.
And people love that. And it's just a whole it's just a marketing scheme. It's all it is. I mean, it's just a marketing scheme. So I use that. I use Facebook, I use ManyChat, and it all just, goes together.
It helps you stand out. And it's that omnipresence of multiple locations and Facebook ads too, obviously getting that out there, but being able to be recognizable and knowing that it's taken you, months. I mean, let's see, when did you say you started your cheesesteak?
So basically, I started this time last year.
Okay.
With the cart.
Yeah.
With the full time with the cart. It was a middle of almost Christmas time, and I started then. And that's when I started trying to come up. What can I do to bring people? And then I did one of these stupid videos with the hat and sunglasses, and that thing went ballistic, and people loved it. And yeah, when I go into a new town, I'll wear that setup because some people see me like this.
Yeah.
They're like, are you that guy that's on those Facebook videos? I'm like, yeah. But when I wear all that, they see that, they recognize that. They're like, hey, Daddy-O, and people take selfies with me.
That is awesome.
I went to a car show one time where I normally set up my cheesesteak stand, but we did it this year. And I just walked through it with the Daddy-O gear on. And I had food vendors like, hey, come over here, Daddy-O, try this, see if you like it, And I was eating for free. I was like Guy Fieri or something, trying their food for free. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's a great taco. Oh my God, Daddy said that's a great taco. It was stupid, but yeah, I mean, I've built all this stuff, and then like I said, Facebook and ManyChat's just been a big driving engine,
That's
and
awesome.
and the sky is the limit because
Yeah.
kind of what I see like 10 years from now. Next year, I'm going to go to CPA, start doing all that. And then hopefully a couple of years, I'm going to try to start branching off and franchising this thing and then just become the person behind the scenes marketing this whole big machine because it's phenomenal what all this with Facebook and ManyChat can do.
That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let me pull in some more questions here. First,
Sure.
I want to thank Adair saying, hey, folks, you can give Be Live permission to access your profile. Then I can show your comments and that we'll know who it is because everybody else is saying Facebook user. So thank you. And this is obviously the first time I'm doing an interview in my group with Be Live. So make sure you guys do that. So like she says, it'll take you to a page and she has the link in the comments. So make sure you go there where it's where you can opt in. So thank you so much for mentioning that. Okay, so let me scroll up here. Let's see here. One person says, congrats on taking action and your success. Really, because that's what it is, right? You're
Thank
like,
you.
you got to do it, right? You're like,
You have to do it. Period. I mean, with the line of work I'm in, I mean, people are like you stand out here all winter long. I'm like I don't stop unless it's cold, ice, snow. But even learning this stuff, if you don't take action, what good is it going to do? I mean,
exactly.
you have to take the first step, or you'll never do anything with it.
Exactly. Good point here. Yeah, you can't deposit likes in the bank. So that's you can get likes, but the thing is to try and get those likes into actual customers. And that's another big thing is people, they like to get like campaigns to just inflate their Facebook page numbers. But if those are not your ideal customers, don't do that. What is the point of getting a bunch of people from another country if you're a local business just to get an increased like count if they're not going to be useful, right? So definitely can't do that. Let's see. I think this is Audric said, hey, please keep this interview in the group or throw it in the course so I can watch it again. Yep, it will definitely be there. Here's an actual question. Oh wait, you already did that. Do you use most of the communication in SMS, which you said you do? And then follow-up was, so you're just using chatbots for the lead gen and then getting their SMS number and then using the SMS for broadcasts?
Yes, currently I'm not doing anything else. I'm not sending out any emails. I'm not doing any sponsored messages. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just getting now I'm getting their phone number, their email, because I'll eventually do something with email. And then I'm just doing the SMS. One thing I am doing, and I'm not sure if I should even be doing it or not, is I'm not even using MailChimp. Okay, but I do have a MailChimp account where I'm getting all the stuff automatically going over to MailChimp. Just to be, I kind of on the safe side because you never know what's going to happen. I feel like I'm building a list, I'm building a database, and I want to make sure I own it. Who knows what's going to happen down the road. So
exactly.
That's all. I'm not even touching MailChimp, but it's all going there.
So you are collecting email addresses then?
Yes, I am collecting their telephone number, their email, and then they're getting the coupon. And I just started doing that with the whole list because before I was not doing that. I was just collecting the towns. When the broadcast thing went away, that's when I started collecting the emails and the phone numbers.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the emails are going over to MailChimp. But I've done a couple of test emails through ManyChat just to see what they look like.
Yeah.
But as far as me using email, I don't. I just strictly send out the SMS telling people where the cart's going to be. I don't use SMS for anything besides that. I don't tell them, hey, go here for another coupon. No, I don't do that. I just tell them straight up. I use Facebook to get them into the bot. Then I use the SMS to tell them, hey, I'm in town. That's it.
Awesome. See, and it's so funny because, Facebook is pretty much forcing people's hands to make these changes. And this is where, like I posted the other day about, saying, oh, chatbots are dead. Well, no, they're not. They're very valuable to get people to where you want to go in the funnel. They're just one piece of the funnel. And Facebook is making everybody realize that it is just one piece of that funnel, that you do need to own your list. You need to be able to access them through SMS, through email, and the benefit of ManyChat. I know other people have said, oh, they've asked me, which is funny. They asked me what platform I should use or that they should use because they're new. I'm like, well, let me tell you, ManyChat is the way to go because they have all of these features and they really can help you with marketing in the omnipresence world that we're now in. So that's definitely one piece of it is like, if you're in a country that doesn't have SMS yet for ManyChat, start collecting those numbers and emails now. Because also there are other third-party vendors that you can use for SMS, but once ManyChat is in your country, especially if it's one of the ones coming up this month, UK, Canada, Mexico, Australia, and I think Brazil. So those countries are going to have SMS through ManyChat. So, more countries are coming after that. So be definitely collecting those. But yeah, SMS and Facebook Messenger, I mean, it's ideal for getting both of them.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, here's another question. Let's see who asked this. Oh, Ben asked, how are you tracking who buys so you can send the survey to them? That's a good question.
So basically, when they come through the cart and they go through the coupon, there's a redeem button on there, and so I tell them, hey, hit the redeem button, and it says, "Are you sure? Hit redeem now." And it says how much you spend, and they type that in. It says, "Great, thanks. See you next time." Okay, so that all that information goes over to a Google Sheet,
and all of that is inside of ManyChat instead of Messenger.
It's all ManyChat, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's using Messenger, but it's all a bot. It's not me. It's all the bot set up. And people are looking at me like weird because they're like, "What kind of Jedi mind trick are you doing? Because you told me to me in Messenger, but you're right here in front of me."
I love that.
I don't know. So, but it does all that, and then I got Mackenzie. You'll have to help me because I forgot the name of it. But it's that delay, the 2-hour delay thing.
Oh, yeah, the smart delay.
Yeah. So I set that up for 2 hours later. It sends them a survey saying, "Hey, Mackenzie, it was great to see you today. Just a quick question. How'd you like your cheesesteak and how'd you like the service?" And, gives you a chance to enter all that stuff and then sends it over to Google Sheets. And then it comes back with a picture of me in a white hat and sunglasses with my daughter and says, "Great. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by." And then, I collect all those surveys and that way I can see if there's an issue. Like, there was one issue. A woman was like, "Hey, it was a great sandwich, but there wasn't enough peppers on the sandwich." Well, I immediately sent her a message saying, "Thanks for telling me that. Next time you see me, ask for extra onions and peppers because I can cater to that."
Yeah.
And so 99.9% of the surveys are great and everything, but it all goes to a Google Sheet. I've got everything onto one sheet now, not all these other. I had like 5 coupon sheets. I don't have it anymore. I got all one coupon sheet that I can see everything, and that way I know exactly what I did per day, how many people opted in for the coupons that day, and so forth and so on. So it all goes to a Google Sheet.
It's all about the tracking. So then that way not only how to improve, but also how your marketing is working. And the big thing is attribution of like, okay, how do we know to attribute, is it the Facebook post? Is it, the SMS? Is it, somebody else telling them? So you can try the best that you can, but just, that sometimes it's just visibility that people just see you and they're like, okay, I'm going to go get a cheesesteak sort of thing.
Right.
So you can only do so much. So another question that I have, because of course, like I mentioned, you're obviously not building a chatbot agency, but you bought my course. Mm-hmm. So what have you really taken from my course to help you get to where you're at with this, with your marketing?
I think the most thing is it just amazes me with you on how you answer people. When I've had questions, when other people have questions, I'm like, okay, does she have an overseas team that's continuing to be her? Because it's like I hit a roadblock, I ask a question, and it's like 2 minutes later you're answering me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So the big thing to me is like, when you were helping me behind the scenes, just one-on-one, and I tried to hire you, and I was like, then you open this thing, I'm like, what can I learn? And I've learned so much about with me building this matrix bot I'm building inside it and everything else. It's just phenomenal what the information I got, and it's like a one-time investment and it's paid off tremendously. I mean, for me, it'll continue to do so down the road because the great thing about Mackenzie is she updates it. The group and the course itself, she'll go in and say, "Hey, this has changed. So here's a new module and everything." And what I like about it is I am so busy that I can take my time. If I hit a roadblock, I can go through and say, "Hey, I need that one right there." And I can watch it and everything. And then if there's something that I don't understand, I can get onto the board and say, "Hey, what's up with this?" And then she's like, boom, right there, answering the question. So Mackenzie, to me, you really take care of your folks. That's part of your class because that's just I've been in other groups and I've seen people ask, group leader questions, and it's like crickets, you know. So yeah, you take definitely care of your folks, and I'm very
Awesome.
appreciative of that because you are part of. I have like a team, and you're part of my team. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this mini chat thing, and this whole SMS. I mean, like I almost canceled my mini chat thing when broadcast went away. And when I asked the
Wow.
question, you're like, "Hang up, hold up," and then we went behind the scenes and started working this thing out, and it's been fantastic. So
Yeah.
yeah. So any questions, anything she could take. Because I'm a total rookie, and I still am a rookie, but she could take you, and show you everything you need to know if you want to do an agency, if you want to do a food cart thing like me. One thing that she's done for me is inspired me, shown me that since I've done this, I think probably first of the year I could pitch this to another food truck and say, hey,
Exactly.
I've done this, I can do this for you for X amount of dollars a month, and create a whole new revenue stream, and who knows? I mean, sky's the limit. So if you're not part of our course, you should be. That's all I can say because it's definitely done me very, very, very well.
Oh, thank you. And really, I'm super excited when you're getting those gears turning in your head about thinking, hey, I can do this for other people who are, have
Right,
food trucks. And the other aspect of like saying possibly going through with franchising, then you can actually have that all, as part of that, you have
right,
that foundation for it. So that is just like super, super exciting for sure.
right. That's one thing today I was thinking about franchising is yeah, they would pay me a royalty fee, and then they'd have to use me, pay me a marketing fee, and so forth. I mean, I know what it takes to do this to get it out there, and yeah. So I mean, like I said, the sky is definitely the limit. Um,
That's awesome.
One thing I want to show you super quick, if we got
Yeah.
a couple seconds. Another marketing thing I do is where's another thing I here? I don't know how to do this. Okay, so this is my cheesesteak of the month club card. So
Oh, cool.
basically, what I do with that is I give that out. I was when I got every 100 likes on Facebook, I would pick a winner, give that away. But now I give it out to about 500. Those stupid cards right there get crazy engagement. I give one out, tons of shares, tons of likes, tons of comments. It's just engagement. I mean, it's all about to me is engagement.
And that gives people a free cheesesteak a month.
Yep. Eat cheesesteaks. So I make several different kinds of cheesesteaks. So yeah, people come and it's got a square you can kind of see
Yeah.
through December. So then I just take a Sharpie and mark out, the month, the day, and they get any cheesesteak they want. And what happens with that is people come and say, hey, I want my free cheesesteak, but we're getting dinner tonight, so I need 4 more. Boom.
Exactly. That is so awesome. Now, wait, you did also say you're going to do a loyalty program that you're building inside your bot
All
too?
right. Yep. So it's done.
Okay.
It's out on the cart. So I made like a sheet, like an 8x11. It's got a QR code on it, so you can scan it. Some people, it's not taking off like I thought it would. I thought everybody would be there with their phone. Hey, I want in this. It's not, but some people have. And then on the back side of the frame, it's got the QR code for me to scan. But I just swirl around and say, hey, scan that twice to get 2 cheesesteaks. So yeah, that's done. That's built. And it's up and running.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I'm excited for someone to get their free 10th when they buy 9. They get their 10th for free. Um, and yeah, I mean that works out good.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, because I mean, really, with the bot, there's just so many possibilities with
Yeah, I mean,
with whatever you want to do.
the whole birthday thing I'm wanting to build. I've
Oh, yeah.
started rethinking my matrix thing is like, okay, do I since the 24 plus one thing is going away, kind of in my head is what I'm thinking is, okay, they do the BOGO one, and 23 hours later send them the other one, and then when they hit that in 23 hours, send them to the other one, be within those 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal how deep this thing can really go.
Oh, exactly. And so many ideas and possibilities with strategies too.
Right. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't sleep at night, and I just and I watch I watch a lot of Billy Jean. I do some of his things,
Yeah.
and with me chat and this stuff, and then I started watching him. I can't shut my mind off, at night when I try to sleep. I wake up at 2
Yep.
in the morning. I go down on the computer and I'm starting to do more stuff. It gets crazy,
That's awesome. Well,
but
and
yeah,
somebody said very inspiring. Well done. So that's awesome to hear
Thank
what
you.
you've been up to. Another person asked, was your first giveaway a single sandwich, or did everyone who share it get one?
Single sandwich.
Okay.
I told people, so back then I told people to like, I made the post that day, and I need to go through my Facebook page, like scroll all the way back to see when things change. That would be cool. I'll
Yeah.
try to find that, make a picture, and put it on the board.
Yeah.
But I did a single sandwich that said, "Hey, if you like and share this, I'm going to pick a winner," and it just blew up. And the way I pick a winner is I close my eyes and take my phone and go like this, and I
That
just land
works.
on somebody. And then that's how I do it. Now, one for my great big giveaways, like the 5,000 free cheesesteaks for life. We did it live where I was here on this computer, and we scrolled up and down. That way, I want people to see. I don't want
Yeah.
people to think it was rigged or whatever. But it was just one. I always just didn't give away one single sandwich. I give one away every day. With my Facebook post, since I run them as ads, what
Yeah.
I say is I tell people to tell a friend below and to spread the word across the social media world. And usually I use the emoji for the world. I use some emojis to change things up. That way I get through the whole Facebook thing. I'm not telling people to like and share, and they say you're approved, and away we go.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. And typically, those posts get anywhere from 40 to 50 comments and about 30 shares.
That's
That's what I'm
amazing.
seeing. Because sometimes I feel like the new has wore off of that. It's like a gimmick, it's wore off.
Yeah.
But I continue to do it because there's people. I mean, they'll message me. They're like, "Who won the free giveaway today?" I'm like, oh, "All right, I don't have time for this, but here. But yeah, I mean, it's nuts. I mean, people look for that stuff, and they're like,
Yeah.
and some people get so excited. I mean, people will take pictures with them and their sandwich. I won the free one today, and put it onto my page.
That's awesome. I mean, you could even
Yeah.
start something along those lines of people, people do that for e-commerce a lot. Like, oh, take a picture and post on Instagram and tag us in it and you'll get,
Right.
5% off or whatever like that. So having something
That's
along those lines.
that's my Instagram strategy because I don't use Instagram, so I can start with that.
There you go.
I don't even know how to start with Instagram. I know how to do a few things, but it's like I have 100 followers. I'm like, how can I get the 5,000 plus over to there? Then how can I get those Instagram people into our
Yep.
bot? I put the bio link, I guess, link in the bio.
Yep.
And boom, sends them into the bot, and that gets you. I mean,
You've got the strategy. Now you just got to
there
implement.
you go. Right. Yep. There you go. Yep.
That's awesome.
I need
Awesome.
sleep because I can't stay up all the time. I need some sleep.
I know, right? You got to sleep. I know people ask me, I'm like, when do you sleep? I'm like, at night, for some hours. So,
Right.
but it's not considered work when you're having fun, right? When you're like, that you're making a difference, that it's working, and it's just so much potential. It's like kid on Christmas morning sort of thing. So I totally get
Right.
that for sure. Awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work to me at all. I mean, going out onto the carts and it just my mind goes with the whole marketing thing sometimes too much. And I
Yeah.
gotta shut off because I gotta have family time and I gotta do stuff with the family and stuff like that. And sometimes it's hard because the computer's right there and the living room's right over there. They're like, "Are you ever gonna get off that computer? Are we gonna watch 911 tonight?" I'm like, okay.
That's me too.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. So, I mean, yeah, if you're going to use a strategy like this, if you're working with somebody out there, just have them give away one free one. Just try it out. I mean,
Yeah.
see what kind of engagement it does. I mean, if you don't want to tie a box to it, just say, hey, do this one time, see what happens. Okay, man, you got all these comments, you got all these likes, you got all these shares. Let's put ManyChat to it. Let's do this to it and see what happens. And let's build you a database because someday I'm hoping my list is going to be so big that I can kind of back off of Facebook a little bit and just do the SMS thing.
Yeah.
Because I think to myself, what if I ever get to a point where I've got 500 or 700 people in a town that I go to? I just send out an SMS, and there's my business for the day.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And
Right.
when
So,
I got my first restaurant client, the first campaign that I did was a gift card giveaway. And so I knew that it was like 4 $20 gift cards or something to get a bunch of people into Messenger and into the bot. And I knew that it wasn't like I was giving away like a TV or something that wasn't related to the business. You want to make sure that the strategy is something related to the business. So then that way, those people who are opting in are the ideal customers, that they aren't just going to opt in to get something free and then never show up again. I mean, there still will be some of that, but it will help reduce that. But that way you build up that list. And then again, like you were saying, getting their email, getting their SMS to opt in, and then that way you can continue to connect with them outside of Messenger. But being able to do, I mean, you can't run Facebook ads to opt into SMS. That's just not possible. So you have to use Messenger. And then there's the other benefit, like you were saying, of using your SMS or using with the coupon to have that in Messenger to then get the survey. So that's all done within Messenger. So you know, some people are like, oh, well, what's the point of ManyChat with the changes? There's a lot of use cases for ManyChat for sure. So definitely. Let's see. Let me ask or go through these last few questions. Who is this? I have to look through here. Oh, Kelly says, we all love how Mackenzie takes care of us. Yes, thank you, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly's in my course too. And same with Ben. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate that. All the love. Adair says, love this live. We'll pop back for the rest. Replay. Have an appointment now. No worries. Thank you so much, Adair, for giving the Be Live tutorial to everybody, because I obviously did not know. And then who said this? Kelly says, great way to help people first for free, then upgrade them to Messenger marketing. Exactly. Yep. Can definitely do that for sure. So, well, with that being said, I can't believe we've been talking for an hour. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. I know. Cool. So I guess if people have any other questions, you know, they can post below, especially if you're catching this on the replay. If you have any questions, let us know. But what other partying information, what are your goals over the next month, you know, 6 months? What are you hoping to achieve and all that?
Well, this month's goal for December, this is actually a busy month for me.
Oh, that's good.
Because I set up a lot of retail stores and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to break 20 grand this month. I've consistently done 5 figures a month. You know, consistently. So I've never broken that 20 grand mark. I've come close, so I like to do that this month. So I'm hoping to use, you know, get more people into the bot and everything, and do that. A year from now, I'm just basically hoping to expand. I'm hoping to. Well, let me back that up. I'm looking at a food truck. So a lot of folks think I have a food truck. I do not. I have a cart. It's cold out there, so I'm looking at a truck to buy on an auction site. So hopefully for 2020, I can convert that into a food truck, and then keep on doing what I'm doing, and I'll have my cart, and then hopefully I can get someone to maybe be my first franchisee to take the cart and go, and then just kind of grow from there, you know, and then hopefully help some food trucks along the line saying, hey, I've done this, let me help you, and build something for them as kind of a just a thing of what I've done, you know. So I can start like a food truck agency, I guess you want to call it. I don't know.
Yeah, niching down, right? It's all about niching down.
I've niched down, you know, and I've even started looking at if I ran an ad on Facebook, because I've bought a domain name already for this whole agency. I've named my Facebook page for it already, but I ran I started running ads saying, okay, who can I target? You know, and I found, you know, who I got targeted to, because I'm involved in some other food groups, and you know, here they are right there. There's the customer. So if I do the right kind of ad, I can get them in and say, hey, let me help you for free. Let me get you going and stuff like that. Then boom, go. So yeah, so a lot of exciting things. But the sky's the limit for the cheesesteak business. Sky's the limit for if I do a food truck thing, because there's a lot of food trucks out there. I mean, there's people that go to Mexican restaurants, pizza places, stuff like that. You know, hey, I'm going to try food trucks because that's what I know. You know, and now I feel comfortable in talking to people because I have done it. You know, and I can show them, hey, here's my results. This is no joke. You know, this is exactly what I've done. I can do the same for them. So
awesome. Yay, I'm so excited for you. And if you guys want to get in my course, make sure you go to chatbotagencyblueprint.com, and then you can get in before it closes in 2 days, actually, is when it closes. So if you want to also be in the know in the Facebook group and watch Don's and cheer on his success and all the cool things he's doing, and then also learn too, because that's the other thing I love about my group is that everybody posts questions, but then other people chime in with their experiences and can help out and you know, give insights of what they've done. So or if you know you're looking at maybe getting into a food truck yourself, then Don's the one that helped you.
I tell you what, you know, you might want to think about it. You know, I can help you. I mean, there's a few hoops to jump through, but
hey, there's not a whole lot of overhead. You don't have to pay rent. You know, have to all that stuff.
People all the time say, when are you going to get a restaurant? You go, never, 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 because I know people that went from what I'm doing into a restaurant and now they don't do anything because the restaurant bankrupted them. No way.
Yeah.
I'm doing this, getting a truck, that's it.
You're mobile.
So,
That you can go where the people are.
exactly. If sales, and that's happened, if sales aren't good where I'm at that day, guess what? I don't go there and that's for 2 or 3 weeks. I was going to a spot once every week on a Monday, and sales started to tank. I'm like, I'm done,
Yeah.
And I didn't go back for 3 weeks. When I went back, sales were through the roof. I mean, it was just insane. So
that's awesome.
So buy McKinsey's course if you haven't done it yet. Buy it, because I promise you, it's helped me tremendously. I'm just a food guy. I don't do e-commerce. I don't do this stuff like you see all these guys do on Facebook. Buy this massage thing and get free stuff. I don't do all that junk. I just do food stuff, and I've learned so much from her. And
I'm so excited to hear that.
And so buy it. I promise you, it's worth the investment.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Don. I'll let you go so you can also go back to your marketing, because I'm sure you're now even coming up with more ideas since we've been talking. So.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, have a good rest of your day, and guys, we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.